Well, hello. At some point, I'd like to figure out a smoother transition there. You sent me a DM, did you? All right. Yeah, he is. There we go. The legend himself. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, thanks. Hi. Hi, 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 hi. I am doing stuff today. I'm not exactly sure what all the stuff there is to do today. I have ideas. I have ideas. Let me switch camera. We might do a little bit more to this guy. Possibly add some more details. Possibly paint him. This was the result of the Camp Chaos session. The coat of paint makes a bit of a difference to bring things together as usual. It's really crunchy looking because I was rushing. But that's okay. That could be rust, although I'm not the person who adds all the rust to all the things. There are people who do that. That's not me. Let me see if I can bring my chat up over here. Okay. Yeah, I got over that stream from the other day. I just reassembled things on in my workstation room today for the for the OBS stuff. It wasn't too bad. So it was nice. It was fun. So yeah, it's a good group of people. So there's this, which I might do today. I don't know. I have some digital stuff on the computer that I need to work on this weekend. I have a couple of projects that I'm working on, and now that I have the Camp Chaos session done, I can focus on those a little more exclusively. So this might end up being a co-working stream. I also have to prep this guy and get him ready to ship. So I need to remove the supports and go through the final curing process with these guys. You've been doing a build today. What kind of build have you been doing? And the other thing that's at the top of my mind is, I have some work I can do on my own 3D model, particularly the UFO kit. But also, I have the DS Lite charged, so we can finish looking at the old pictures. I'm building a desk 1-to-1 model kit. Okay, so IKEA. That fabulous model company, IKEA? Or is it another vendor? So, first I'm going to start with this. This part here just gets set to a side. This ships this way. It's up to the modeler to remove the supports on this one. It's just easier to handle that way and ship. That way there's not 24 tiny little things floating around. I could narrate this whole thing, but of course I've done one of these on camera at least once, if not twice. Yeah, what I would like to do is I'd like to, at some point, rework this and to maybe try to stack these so I can print them all at one time instead of in 2 goes. Of course, I could just buy a bigger printer, but that takes money that I am a little short on these days for this type of stuff. Of course, if they were, if sales were insane, then that would make it an easy choice. But once a week or less is doable with what I have very easily. And I do have 2 printers, so I can technically do two of these at a time. Just one of those printers is a little slower. You're a wizard, Dana! I can assure you I am a muggle. Of course, it's getting the settings, the supports, and all that stuff dialed in does take a few attempts, so I end up with lots of extra things and failed prints and stuff, so that's partly why there are so many model kits on display in that opening scene, because it took a while to get things dialed in, especially in the first one. And so far, knock on wood, these parts all look pretty good. Oops, I lost a little one. Little part. It's probably at the bottom of the vat. But that's okay, because I'm throwing in some ones printed in white, because I printed a bunch in white for the lenses as kind of bonuses. And I probably have a gray one somewhere. You may notice that some of these are slightly darker than the others. I just had to top off the resin tank, and I had a couple different colors in there, so, well, I had gray and smoky black, so I had to so I think this one is probably the gray with a little bit of smoky black, and this is with even more gray poured in to dilute the old mix down. I've got a huge task ahead of me, clearing my art room conservatory to put my new desk in. That sounds like a big job. Good luck with that. I can barely manage my little space. And here's what happens when you don't pay very close attention to how you're putting the things together on the build plate. You might be able to tell that these parts are intersecting, so it's not exactly a win. Stevie Seal! My attacks are never planned. Yes, my desk was such a disaster that you had to change your entire room. He's like, why don't you could fly over here and fix my problem for me? It took a bit of effort to get it into the state that it was on Wednesday night. I'll tell you that. It's not too late unless the VOD is down. Alright, I need to put these in something and then put them over there. Maybe I'll just put them on the platform itself. At some point, I want to make another stand for the plate, for the curing plate. Like this wooden thing here. I built this for doing the saucer, the little saucer. It's just, yeah, not perfect. Did not work as well as I had hoped. It's hard to get things in from some angles. But it kind of does the job. Me trying to be clever. Ooh, I forgot the supports out of the middle of these guys. If my room was less of a disaster, I would whip the camera around and show you the curing station and all that other stuff, but I'd rather not immortalize that on video. Actually, I can put that below. I'll leave that there. Of course, if this were just a, if I just wanted to make a model of this, or not a model, if I just wanted the end result, it wouldn't have all these pieces. I could print it as one big piece. But, you know, I'm trying to give something that other people can build or work on. Let's see, let's check the tab. Mousetrap. Put fish in it. Put fish on it. Put fish on this. I looked away from chat too long and I lost the context. Here. This loopy thing can just hang down like that. This is way too fiddly. I should probably work on this part of the process. This is taking too much time. Alright. Yeah, on it. That could be out the new avatar. If you go to the, I can show you. Perhaps, we'll see. No, have to enter in the token I found in my authenticator app because I turned on two-factor authentication. There is it, there it is. Nope, I don't want to show the current thing. I want to look at the old things. The old, where are the old videos? You can't even see the screen anyway. I don't know why I'm hiding it off to the other side. How's the desk coming along? Alright, let's see. Let me switch to a different channel. No, I don't want it live one. I want... see all recent videos. There we go. Nope, that's not the good one. No videos. Browse. Following. Okay. There we go. There we go. Alright. see that? It's on my screen. I thought I would have to transition to it, but apparently not. So here we have Andy's stream from the other day. On a PC. Of course, you're on a mobile, so I don't know how that's going to translate, but there's a clip that... You know, I'm just on the VOD from the other day. I can just clip that, and then that opens up a new window and lets you clip it. So, again, I just remembered you're on mobile devices, so that might not help you at all. But that's how I do it. From the past. Anyway. There's my super fancy tutorial on that. Let's see. The desk is done. Dana, the other day in CV stream, I nearly followed through watching him with my volume up full, and he shouted attack at the top of his voice. I was lurking when that happened, and I jumped a little myself. I did not have the video up on the screens. Not that that would help me know when that was coming, but anyway, I'm going to clear out some of these support bits in here. And these parts up in here aren't actually going to be seen, so you know, when the model's assembled, it's not very likely that these will be seen. So it's these outside ones that are more important. It's a little easier to remove them at this stage than after they're cured. It'll be more difficult later. That's okay. It did wake me up. I mean, I wasn't asleep, so. You know, it's just headphones. I didn't have the speakers blasting in the office. So my coworkers didn't hear it. So. That would have been funny, though. Stevie is the new alarm clock. That could be your new ringtone, Zab. Ringtone. There's a name from the past. Alright, I'm gonna move this over. To the other place. Well, to do the curing station. And hopefully I won't drop little pieces all the way on the floor, all the way over to it. Need to make that guy's feet a little bigger, maybe. He keeps falling over. That's done.
Now we can play with our little characters. La 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 la, la la la. Where'd the light go? Oh, it's up top here.
We aren't doing that. Name from the past. Polyphonic ring.
Attack!
Okay, well, if I am going to do some more modeling on this guy, I may add some more things, but I might just start by just kind of cleaning things up a bit. A couple of spots. I don't like the way this cardboard flares out here. Of course, I could just cover it with something. But at this stage, I was like, I want to wrap up this stream. And the backpack is on there because he was front heavy, and I wanted something to balance him out, and it worked pretty well. Applying too much pressure for where that knife is pointing. Yes, the lovely back of the hand shot. Oi, so how was your Saturday today? You're probably getting to the end of it. Most of the people that I've seen show up in chat so far. Darling Desu02, welcome in. How are you doing this Saturday? You know what? I've been neglectful of my pro streamer duties. In that, I have not given a shout out to Stevie Seal. Ah. That's why a dust mask is a good thing to have. But yeah, I'm sorry about that. You might not expect them. No one ever expects the Spanish Inquisition.
Yeah. Bishop, I am keeping. Okay. As with the majority of all this lot, sorry Andy, I know if you're watching you'd probably love this lot, but this is just all different strips of plastic, different I-beam,
Are you a streamer, darling?
rails, tube,
Or is that Desu?
you know.
This is the part where it's like, maybe I was a little too aggressive in sanding. I didn't necessarily need to sand all of the thing, just the places where things were going to attach. But, yeah. This is just gonna be a crunchy boy. some of the stuff is hard to see in person or on. It depends on the lighting and how close you are to it, I guess. The problem with using paper-based things is that you do get the fibers sticking out sometimes. Some of this is super glue and baking soda. Redeemed elf. Jerk. Do I know what time it is apart from the actual time? Yeah, I'm afraid I do. I know I should have made that more expensive. Because it's time for Wendell the Elf saying hello to all my new viewers and friends. It's elf time. Hello, Zablocker. I see you out there. Sort of. I mean, I've seen a picture of you on your profile. And, bye. That's it. That's all. Oh, boy. Are you satisfied? Are you happy? In here, I told myself I wasn't gonna be one of those streamers who sacrifices their dignity for the views and the likes and the bits and the whatnots. It's hammer time. My music hits me so hard. Alright, so I got that thing over there. That's done. Right. I'm going to, reset briefly. And I'll be right back. The generosity of some people in Twitch is amazing. 10,000 bits. But I guess whatever brings you joy, as long as it's not a to the detriment of other things. What would I do for 1,000 bits? What would I do for a Klondike bar? So here's the instruction sheets. I mean, at this point, I haven't logically registered what the real world value of a lot of these things are. I mean, I know roughly if I think about it, but it's not stuck in my head exactly. So the body lens is the part that's missing out of this kit. I think those things just fall off in the bath. Let's see if I have a spare in my spare parts bin. And I can see that my spare parts bin does not have the other. Yeah. And I'm already going to include a spare, but I'll put that one in there too. And by the other, I mean I need to go back out to the other room and pick up something else because it's not in this box. We'll be right back. I know this is the most exciting. 10,000 pounds in bits is $249, yes. That's a significant amount. Okay, so here are the things I need. These are some parts that are common among other things. So I'm also going to need some wire for this. So I'm going to have to get up and get some wire for this too. Yep, 2 hands, 2 wires. And again, I'll be right back. Don't want to forget anything, because it's really annoying when I forget something, because then I have to ship a really small part and it costs just as much to ship the whole thing. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. It's technically not great hydration, but I am drinking Mountain Dew Zero this morning, so thank you, thank you, thank you. And welcome in, Kit Kat. It's good to see you. Oh, that was just one slurp. I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. I'm a little... If you're asking me and not Z. Yeah, doing pretty good. Just packing up this guy so I can send it out later this morning. Or before 2, anyway. But I need to pick a dome and see if I can find a clearer one. Unfortunately, they're not consistent in their clarity. Technically, I probably don't use, although the caps are nice and shiny. Ooh, there's a clear cap. This is the part that the Vic B1 and the Vic B3 and the little saucer is built around. It's just a stupid little dome. What are you making me? I am... Well, if you are the person who ordered this, I am making a Vic B3 robot kit. But if you don't know what it is, then you probably didn't order it from me. What part of the world are you from anyway? I forget. Kit Kat. I'm still not sick of this music. Entirely. Hey, there's another clear one. I wish these were like crystal clear, but they're like frosted. Clear frost, I think is what they call it. I was trying to... I put a little bit of thought into how I could actually measure the clarity of these using electronics. That looks like a good one. The last time I bought two packs of 50, they were at 2 different prices, but they came from the same place and they were the same thing. So there's apparently no difference. I'll just buy the cheaper one next time. I thought about also selling these things, just because, you know, in smaller quantities for people, but again, it seems like such a small thing to pay so much for shipping. It's like, at what point is it worth it? Because, you know, they're not that expensive to buy a 50 pack. But, you know, you might not want to have a whole pile of them. Alright, so, let's see. Lens. Top, bottom. Front, back. 2 hands. Spine. Backpack. Those two doodads. Here's the arm. Get that. Yeah. Looks like everything's here. Let me do a quick assembly test. Make sure some of these parts fit together, as they should. It's a little tight. Should have done this before the curing process, but, you know, a little out of practice. Instructions. Oh, thank you. Yeah, this is definitely the... I've been improving my instructions slowly with each kit. So, the first one, the instructions, I don't really have printed instructions. So, you just have to watch the video online, which, you know, walks you through the whole process. This one I don't have a video for yet. I'm just clearing that out a little bit. Okay. Let's try this other side. It should snap into place, but it is fighting me. course, the temperature is a bit warmer than it used to be when I was printing these earlier, so I don't know if that has anything to do with if things not fitting the same way. As you can tell, there is a slight difference in the resin between these. I mean, I'm looking for it to snap in, but that's... maybe it doesn't need to. Maybe the problem is that. The other thing that has trouble fitting sometimes, or, well, not trouble, but can be tight, are the bumpers. Do I want to assemble this? You guys get to see the assembly process, part of it anyway. So usually I do this process in the stage before it is fully cured, so it's a little... resin's a little more malleable at that point. Okay, that's not... is that not going down all the way? Can't... there we go. This would be the front bumper. I don't have the treads in. So that makes a difference as to how things fit. It doesn't go like that, does it? No. Yeah. Oh, wait, this is the back. It's got to be the back. Yeah, there's the... I don't know why. I mean, I knew the back had this little extra jog in it. I don't know why I wasn't seeing that. I think Stevie might have off tonight. That'd be nice. I think that possibly a better way is a cue art that takes you straight to your site with the video. You mean like that? I am, you can have this little model kit here that I'm working on. I'm just getting it ready to ship out and just making sure parts fit reasonably well for before I send it out. And that's upside down. I don't have a video of this one posted on my website yet though, but I do have better printed instructions than some of the other ones, so. I intended to do a video. I actually recorded a video, but I felt like it was taking too long. And wasn't as... I don't know. I could probably just do a proper video where things are done in... where I shoot close-ups of each little step. Alright, let's go. And just do it there. I'm gonna scroll up and see what I missed. Kit Kat is from Mars. I think that's all I missed. We're talking about the instructions and a little back and forth. It's been a busy, long day. Yeah, I dig the music too. Oh, I might mix it up at some point, but for now, I like the songs I've chosen. That fits together nicely, and that fits together nicely. Okay, let's pack everything up then. Let's get the small pieces and put them in the dome. And like I said, I have alternate versions of the lenses that I made in white. I'll throw those in. I don't, that's not specified on the sheet. Those are included, so if I run out, I don't have to include them, but, you know, if I can, I like to. Just getting as much stuff in here as I can. I think it helps protect it. Definitely keeps it from flopping all over the place. And that goes inside here. That's not the way they fit together, but that's the way they can ship. Most intense packaging ever. The music is driving. I'm gonna step away for a moment. I'll be back. I might be running out of, I need to order some more boxes. You just rest. Tired, but okay. Ah, yes. Good old Kit Kat. Folding the box, if you can't see. My glasses, crew. My glasses are dirty, and the frames are metal. Yeah, and they cost more than I like. Eli says meow. Well, to you too, Eli. This is the first packaging I've done where I just fold the thing into thirds and then wrap it around. Which, you know, there are pros and cons to these things. He laughed and farted. I'm assuming Eli was a cat since you used the cat icon. Emoticon. And then this goes into a plastic bag, and then I sealed one end, and then I run a heat gun over it, and that makes it all tight. Only 2 jobs tomorrow, should be home by 2. Basically, you tell lorry drivers where to shove it. Is that what you do? I'll be back. I'm going to do that thing with the plastic that I mentioned. In the meantime, I'll let this guy stare into your soul. Alrighty, that task is done. Well, not quite. I still need to print the label, and I need to put the packing material in there. But, yeah. The box is done. Put that aside. Hello, Miss Diane. Welcome back. I missed something, I think. Gee whiz, welcome in. Glad to see you. Glad you can make it. I was away getting packing material. Let's. How about? I kind of don't want to get the paints out and the glue out and the stuff. So maybe we'll set that aside for now, and we'll go back to our art review from last time, if we can remember. Let's see if we can get a nice shot of the screen. Don't need this for that. And hopefully you won't see me too much. Alright, let's get back to... For those of you who weren't here last time, this is a Nintendo DS Lite with a R4 card in it, which lets you load, lets you put a micro SD card in there and load other software. And some of the software is actually art software. I actually have a tracker on here as well, but you know, I don't necessarily did much other than playing around. So okay, what we did last time was we looked at some old art that I had on here, and we can continue on with that. I think Lemmings is probably the only, might be the only piratey game I have on here. But Colors is the art program that I played with most. And I'm assuming you all can hear me and that the music is a good mix. Right now the music's really quiet though, so. Oh, there's something on the other screen that I needed to look at. I might need to change the way I'm doing this. I don't think we looked at the covered bridge the last time. There, and we'll zoom in. How about that? Colors. It's spelled wrong, Hina. Yeah. Apparently this wasn't written by a Brit. This is actually, I grew up near this bridge from when I was like 5 until 12 or so, or 10. mean, it'd probably be better to just export this and play it on the screen, but, I don't know if the website's still up for it. It might be. Yeah, like I said, this is a mix of music that was kind of intended for video games, but I just kind of picked a random sampling of them. Well, not random entirely. And this sounds more 80s hair metal to me. Maybe not metal. And that's the end of that. Let's load another one. I don't think we did this one last time. I'm not even sure what this is. It looks like a screen showing something. Gee whiz is going to the back room to do important stuff. Just don't be surprised if they don't respond right away. All right, have fun in the stock room. I don't have followage set up. What, do you think I'm some kind of pro streamer or something? Oh, I missed stretch a minute ago. Okay, I'm stretching. There are some more user or customer photos I can add in there, but I haven't got to it yet. It's like, here's a hallway. I know, I'll put a big monitor right in the middle of it. I'm not quite sure what I was thinking then. I think I showed you this one last week. If not, well, you'll see it now. Painting in the background to give us a nice background. Random blobby shape. I know, I'll make a face on it. Yeah, I showed this last week. I should probably explore the style a little more because I like it, and it's not too, maybe not too far off from what I normally do, but it's a nice fun little pick, I think. I always like that one. I don't remember. Just another random face, but 'cause I do a lot of random faces with no meaning. Has Miss Diane recovered from this week? tell that one started out as a cowboy. Very different from how it ended up. Another potato man, kinda. Again, just playing with shapes. I have a particular set of skills. It's like, oh look, there's all this empty space. I'll add a hand there. Loading the next thing, looking for next one. I just did that one. Apparently I was doing a Halloween thing at one point. I don't know how long these took in real time. Some of these surprised myself. Here's my dearly departed dog when he was a puppy. Can't remember if I showed this one last week or not. It's kind of fun seeing these where they start off as a completely different drawing. So, what questions should I be asking chat to engage with chat? There's I think an old Amiga demo or something that had really crazy, had a picture of a girl with really crazy hair. And it stuck with me for some reason. I never was able to quite replicate it. And it was just a black and white image, so the red was entirely my invention. I tried to dye my hair red once. Like actual red, cherry red, blood red, whatever. But my hair color is more of a brown, darker brown. And, well, in order to get to the red, you need to first bleach your hair, if it's a dark color. So I bleached my hair. And after the first bleaching, it went bright yellow. And I did not want to wait 48 hours with bright yellow hair to bleach it a second time, so I just put the dye in, and I ended up with quite orange hair. Am I doing this, it's a playback of something that I did probably around 2010. Give or take a couple of years. Oh, okay, I see. What? It's like, I know what I was doing here with this one now. Where I have this random big screen in the middle of a hallway. I was thinking of ideas of ways to do a demo reel that was more than just showing a series of images, so... like screens with video clips going around on cubes, and the camera would fly through and you'd see the different clips. I never did that, but yeah, that's what that was. It's like, why would I have a large screen in a corridor? That makes no sense. I had a plan at the time. I look like Eminem. I maybe did a little bit then. That was when I was a bit younger. So here I am, just exploiting my future, my past self for current gains. So. Past Dana did not consent to be playing this live in front of viewers on the internet. Another hydrate. Okay. This looks like a spaceship design, maybe? Yeah, some kind of utility spaceship craft concept. Obviously, just rough. Oh, and hey, look, it starts completely different. So you get to see the whole process. I don't know if I consider myself a rebel. One of the things you will see with concept artists, sometimes they'll just do like one half the ship and just do an outline for the other side. And these crazy lines down here are when something wigged out with a pen. That's the end of that. I guess that was as far as I wanted to take it. I might become a vigilante. A vigilante is just a criminal that does crimes against other criminals. Maybe. Maybe not.
And that's how you draw a tree on a DS.
I think we did this one last time. Maybe not. Sorry about that. How rude and unprofessional. Sticking my tongue out at my viewers. Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men? Zabo. Zabo knows. My beverage is out. I need to get another one if I'm going to redeem that hydrate. All right. Watching Stranger Things again, I guess, is the Me Too. Getting close to the end or the beginning. Because I see things in there that I did not do. Yeah. Here's some of the... This will be one of the first ones I did. And I don't know why. This is just what came out. Mm-hmm. I will put an end to crime. All this illegal drug trafficking here. Let me take that off your hands. Alright. I think there might be one more to go. Oh, I didn't think you thought of it like that. Because I'm the one with a dark and twisted mind. Like after all these years, I still don't get the eyes lining up correctly, I think. I just want to stop crime in my area. Well, there'd be less crime there if you just moved out of the area, Stevie says. I'll show off one of the ones that kind of came with the program. This is one that I did not do. This just came as an example with the program, so. So what's your vigilantism gonna be? You know, it's more tax evasion type stuff. Taking down embezzlers. Enforcing parking laws. Yeah. I mean, it's not like super clear, but yeah. With the dark screen.
I must hide my true identity on the internet because it would break the internet because of all of the pheromones. That doesn't work. I don't know. But, as my secret identity is revealed. At some point, I probably will switch to just a live video. Almost done. It's amazing what you can do with just a little bit of paint.
Now, there's a reason for that. It looks like that my face looks like my avatar. Anyway, let's see. How do I back out of this entirely? Is there a quit? Let's restart. Yeah, that's what Bots the Beast was always saying. Does guy look like Hank Hill? Boy, I tell you what. Animanity. I think I had some stuff in here. Here's a little frame-by-frame animation program. So it's just playing around. Yeah. At some point I was doing a kind of like a sports graphics thing, and I think I was roughing in an idea. Which I'm looking at this and it's like, wow, this is actually not as bad as I would expect it to be. Or rather, that doesn't sound quite right. It's like it's better than I expect it to be. Is this actually doing anything? Yeah, I have a blinking star, that's about it. Oh yeah, more sports graphics idea. Yeah, that's it. Not much in that program. It doesn't quite have the Ned Flanders mustache, which is a signature trait of his. I did actually think you were Batman. Ned Flanders as Batman. Hi, diddly ho, criminal Reno. Alright, well, I'm not sure what I'm going to do next. I have like maybe half hour to an hour to go before I want to stop streaming, I think. This guy could use some paint, could probably use some other details too. Do I want to do that though? Like I said, I do have some actual paid work I need to do, so last week I should have worked on that stuff some more, but I didn't. I just kind of crashed after the stream. Or didn't do much. Was not as productive last weekend as I'd like to be, so I need to be extra productive this weekend. I feel like there should be a little extra detail in here somewhere. Yay! Let me get some crafting materials, and we will do some more crafting. If that sounds okay to you guys. I got this, Super Dana. I'm back. What'd I miss? And I don't know where my cutting mat is. Do whatever you want to do, good sir. Good day, sir. I said good day. I'm wondering where that thing is. Where is that thing that I think I need? Oh well. Ooh. That's as wide as it goes. Okay. Destroying one of my own business cards. Not exactly sure why I decided to brand myself with yellow. Not like it's been particularly a favorite color of mine through the years, but here we are. Just making some more little panels. I do have some styrene. I should probably be using that. Here's that intense one again. I did not put the barrier cream on. I must go find that before I glue my fingers together. Once again, I'm stepping away. I'll be back. It's the chair stream, except you can't see the chair. Can you believe I've been streaming as long as I have and I haven't broken out singing Smash Mouth is All-Star yet? Put it on, otherwise you'll be part of the build. Thank you for your concern. I have, indeed. Oh, that yellow really pops. is crooked. That I think is better. Arr. I'm stabbing in too much on this. Meaning I'm putting a mark on the surface. I still have to finish watching the new Tonks video. Oh, I'm glad they don't have scent. Oh crap, it finished. Oh, the song. Tell I don't have the leg centered. What? That's a lot more than I want. Somehow I got glue on my hand. Ice cream time. Stop. Ice cream time. I happen to have a pair of tweezers. Tweezers and me don't get along very well, very often. Stick with it, Dana. Is that a glue pun? I think I need to bend these a bit. Or I bent them too much before. Maybe I just need to get a good pair instead of some cheap ones, huh? Ice, Stevie. Those of us of a certain age. You think this one's a little longer? Oh, I had it. I had it almost where I wanted it. But I wanted it at a different angle. And that makes no sense geometrically, but felt like it needed a little more bulk down there. This knife is not as sharp as it once was. patch, a hole to fill in there. I think I have glue on my cutting edge, which makes it great for scoring, but not for cutting. Oh no. You named him yet? I was thinking Clive. Clive the Chaos Bot. Mm-hmm. Oh, looks like I guesstimated that's amount pretty good. Need some little specs, like glasses, spectacles. Oh. Guess what I forgot to pack in the model kit? The thing that I said I didn't want to forget, to pack in the model kit. Where's the other one? There should be two of those. Guess those. Oh, there's the other one. Good thing I was looking for wire all of a sudden. Or a monocle, or however you spell it. Well, let's see. Let's be a little cheeky and just try to slip it in the edge. Normally that would go in the little plastic bag on the inside, but since it's already sealed up, I'm just gonna slip it into the box. I'm sure you won't tell. His head with that lid makes it look like a hat. Yep, it does. That's kind of the point. It's like a big, goofy Lego head. Let's add some glue down there and some glue down there. And we'll glue these things in place. Yeah, so many things aren't centered. Well, we're just adding a little bit more detail. I think I'm gonna call it done. Done for now, anyway. Bet you could print a daddy Lego person. Like a giant minifig? That's better. It's closed up. Looks like I could use a little touch up over there. The excitement of watching it dry. I could make it as big as I wanted if I wanted to make it in a bunch of little pieces. As far as printer capabilities in one piece, maybe about that big. I don't know exactly. I'd have to look it up, which I can do, of course. Let's see. Anycubic mono print volume. I just have smaller, not the smallest, but the smaller size printers. Says 196 by 122 by 200 millimeters. So. Paint blob. Of course, it might not be a paint blob, it might be another kind of blob that's covered in paint. That didn't quite work quite as well as I'd hoped. I would really like a 10-foot Lego figure. 15-inch. 2 foot. just keeps changing in size. Yeah, the tip of this blade is broken. Just scratching in some detail in the primer. This would be a good place to actually stick a piece of cardboard, but I'm kind of tired of doing that for now. Sodded 100-foot Lego fig and live inside it. Can't make my mind up. Why choose? Just make giant nesting doll Lego. Recursive Legos all the way down. You can tell I'm not being too careful about being straight and square on these things. Still not done my room yet. I live in a Lego leg of a Lego Legoless. No, you don't live. You just say you could live in a leg of a Lego Legoless. And you could film an Ego commercial in the leg of a Lego Legoless. Lego my ego. Lego Legos. Lego, lost it. Lego my. Just like I lost the cap to this glue. Mr. Glue Cap, where did you go? You on the floor or something? I know I'm just gluing to paint. Don't know if that's gonna be it. Hey, there's the cap.
It's a happy little boy, happy little Clive.
Well, I put some glue on the top of his head, yes.
One more little strippity strip.
Time for a mohawk. Maybe this needs to be a little less wrapped around. This light is out of juice.
Hello, Mr. Little. Mr. Greaser's coming up to get you. Well then.
I think we will end in a few minutes. How does that sound? Maybe. We'll see. Got a little more crafting done. Got some Atomic Gift Shop packing done. Got some art review done. So we did a few things this morning. Got a note from Bug Boy was a bad boy. Rockafire explosion today. What is this? Started this video in 2020 but never uploaded because he used footage from a guy notorious for copyright striking people who referenced him. But decided to go ahead anyway, so we'll see. Oh, we'll have to check that out later. It is on the What You Doing section in my Discord. A very productive stream, yes, but I've not yet plugged my Discord. Or the other things that... whatever. I'll also put a link to the page that I built to go coincide with my talk the other night on Scratch building. Let's see, the most important part of that is just the links to the other people who know what they're doing. Because I didn't actually get around to making much content that explains the different things. So. And I need to figure out how to finish getting this package ready to go, take it to the post office, and then, you know, the usual. But it's...
I think it's time to do a little drawing.
And figure out how to actually get myself motivated to do the stuff I need to do today. Or this weekend. Should probably just spend some time outside too, just to... a little self-care and whatnot. Yeah, thanks for chilling, hanging out with me, jumping in right away. I appreciate it. Part of my creative process is just rocking my head back and forth to the music while circling a pencil over the paper, doing nothing. Nothing, I tells ya. No, rushing it. Suppose I should figure out who I'm gonna raid into. Unless Mr. Mecha is on. anybody has anything they want to share in Discord. Guess the drawing as a redeem. That'd be great if I could come up with a whole list of things like the how to draw a horse thing. This is a little too narrow for what it actually is. Oh well. Not that you necessarily... know the difference. Yeah, this isn't the usual science fiction stuff. Although I guess it may as well be fiction for most people. Never seen one. Much less one in the real world. Covered bridge, that is. The values are off. Kit Kat here! Sorry, thought it was Pictionary. Never did see the bridges of Madison County, and I'm okay with that. Oh, and another hydrate. From Kit Kat. Let's see, so we have some, there's the creek bank there, you got, of course, some plants. It's probably a metal fence now. There's trees over here. We're going really loose now. Trees over here. There could be a cow over there, but I haven't practiced drawing cows ever, so I don't remember if there are trees on the side or not. I imagine there are. So this is one of those things that just kind of burned in my brain. I've done it a few times, drawn it a few times. And let's see if we can actually find it on the map. Get an AI. Okay. Ready for this. Turn off that. It's got studio mode on. I don't know why it's not queuing up the thing like it usually does. Anyway. Cats Back Road. Where is the... Oh, there's the thing. So that's the thing I was trying to draw. Of course, you know, from my memory is many years ago, so looks a little different now. see. Wouldn't get the glory through that. No. I don't know why the top is blurred out. It's like they blurred out the height restriction for some reason. I guess they thought it was something else. $20-ton limit. Alright, let's see. I've not raided into Billy and Babel in a while. Let's see what he's up to. I just have to wait for an ad break. So you never know what you're jumping into when you raid somebody unless you actually vet it ahead of time. I learned that the hard way. Sometimes it can be a bit awkward. Let's take a listen. All right. I don't know. We'll go ahead anyway. Thank you for hanging out with me. See you all when Andy is on doing some food. Good. Good. I should get some food too. It is lunchtime for me. And like I said, I need to get that thing to the post office and actually do some freelance work and get paid. Or so I can get paid and not disappoint my clients. In the opposite order of that. Not disappoint my clients and then get paid. So, thank you. Yeah, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. It's been fun. And we'll see you all later.